There's an important development in a story that we brought you last month. Victims of lead paint poisoning had told us that they had been tricked out of millions of dollars in settlement money. Well, today, Maryland's Attorney General sued several finance companies, and he sat down with one reporter, Anna Werner.
This set of circumstances makes my blood boil.
For Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosch, the conclusion after a 7-month investigation is clear.
It looks to me like sophisticated and very aggressive folks targeting the most vulnerable people in our society. People who are poor, people who are cognitively impaired, and people who are young and unsophisticated.
He's now suing Access Funding and related entities, alleging they duped at least 74 victims of lead paint poisoning in Baltimore. People like Crystal Linton, who suffered lead poisoning as a child and was left functionally illiterate. To safeguard her future, she received a $630,000 structured settlement, guaranteeing monthly checks for the next 40 years. But after getting flyers from companies promising quick cash, Linton sold her future payment stream, then valued at $408,000 for just $66,000, some of it to Access Funding.
Do you feel like you understood
No.
how it worked?
No.
So you don't know how you signed away your money, essentially?
No.
Just like that, her money was gone.
It hurts.
It was exploitation in its worst form.
The Attorney General says $17 million in payments to victims vanished. Now, through the lawsuit, he's trying to get their money back.
What would you say to people who say, hey, you know what? These people are adults. They made their own decisions to sell these settlements, so that's life.
Sadly, that may end up being the case for many of these people.
Attorney Earl Nesbitt is with the National Association of Settlement Purchasers and represents some of those companies in court.
It's very unfortunate what happened in Maryland, but it would be, I think, a mistake for anyone to judge the entire industry or every transaction about what happened in an isolated place involving a particular funding company.
Do you trust when the industry says, well, it's only in Maryland?
I would be astonished if it were only happening here.
We reached out to principals from Access Funding but have not heard back tonight. But in previous court filings, the company called the Attorney General's allegations incorrect and scurrilous. The company says it made disclosures and these were voluntary sales, all approved by the courts. And Scott, the company claims that it actually lost money in its 2 years of transactions.
Anna Werner with the exclusive. Anna, thanks very much.